Great segue, Dr. Presley, because I first questioned to Mr. Covington, what % of our budget is salaries?
Salaries without benefits or just salaries?
Well, all of the human capital related costs.
By 88%.
I'm sorry?
88%.
88%. And that's significant. You know, as human resources professionals, we're charged with putting the right people in the right place at the right time with the right skills. And it's an art. You know, it's not always a science.
Yes.
And I don't know, I haven't met anybody, not an employee, not a school board member, not an administrator, not a neighbor, who doesn't want to pay more for our teachers and our staff. So I think that you know, concept enjoys broad support, especially among those, you know, of us who are parents, you know, who have children here, and who over the last couple of years have watched a level of effort and sacrifice. You know, I've been raising children for 20 years, and I have not seen what I've seen out of the professional educators in this school district for the last 2 years. It's remarkable, and I think that we would all like to acknowledge that. The question is how, you know, and Trustee Vessa spoke to this. And so I look forward, you know, we're not going to drill down on that today, obviously, but the devil is in the details. And I see you nodding. So look forward to that. Dr. Bone and I were in Galveston last week for 4 days at the TASB Winter Governance Camp. It was very exciting, and we learned a lot, and we met so many people, and we're going to be rolling out some ideas of our own on some things. But one of the things that we met somebody who introduced us to 10 questions that TASB recommends that school board members ask about finance. So when this meeting adjourns, I'd just like to maybe go over those with you. You're probably not going to have the answers for them today, but if you could just look at it, maybe get back to me or whoever else is interested on the board, and I would appreciate that. And I appreciate you acknowledging that, you know, when students leave the district, it has a negative impact on our budget. And, you know, we need to acknowledge that and be mindful of that as board members. I am curious, and I know this isn't your wheelhouse, the health insurance, but I'm just curious at this point if self-funding is really where we need to be. And again, I don't expect an answer to that question tonight, but I would really look forward to challenging every single status quo, because if not now, then never. And if we really want to be serious about staff salary increases, I hope that that's things like these enormous financial outlays that we're in, you know, traditional systems, if those can be challenged. So I just wanted to express my support for doing that. Trustee Vessa talked about EANS and Hutto. You know, every school district is different. Student enrollment's different, and the tax base is different. In Round Rock ISD, we have an enormous tax base. I see you nodding. I did not look at the certified annual financial report before I came into this meeting, but when we approved it in November, I want to say that our tax base is over $40 billion. I see Rhonda nodding. That is an enormous amount of money. And so our charge, based on your advice and Dr. Presley's advice, is to balance all of these things: declining student enrollment, the tax base, the tax rate, the priorities of the district. And I appreciate, you know, when the community members weigh in on this. And they come to the microphone, they stop me at HEB, they send us emails. So please keep that coming. I think I had one more thing. I guess I'll just end by saying that personally, this is just me personally, I don't believe that our fiscal challenges stem from the fact that our homeowners are taxed too little. I don't believe that that's the problem. We have many employees in our school district who own homes in Round Rock ISD. And so, again, it's that balance between wanting to acknowledge the work, but understand these people also own property here. And so there's just a lot of moving parts here. I personally would favor looking for efficiencies. I personally would favor scrutinizing, big financial expenditure traditional systems. And I hope that those will, be the places where efficiencies and savings can be found, so that we can all do, this big thing, meaningful salary increases that I think we all like to do. So, thank you.
Trustee Vest.